This inside look that I got into the world of competitive donkey racing started with a long, wet drive to the town of Victor, Colorado, a very small mining town near the more prominent gambling town of Cripple Creek. The first order of business once we had arrived at Victor was for the racer to make sure all of her gear was in order, determine what gear she was going to wear during the race itself, and what accessory gear she wanted to bring that was going to be loaded up onto the donkey.
A hat in case it does rain. Keep the water out of my eyes. So I got my snacks in here, and I brought a little towel just in case. And then a waterproof bag for my phone, and then hot hands in case it is 40 degrees and raining at the same time. So that's going in the donkey bag. And then I have 4 liters of water. I'll put 2 on each side to balance the load. And then these are my layers in a dry bag. Oh, my donkey beer.
I'll save this. I've been up since 3 in the morning. It's beer 30 enough for me.
If you open them very far away from the car because they came from Mexico, and every single one we've opened has completely exploded.
Okay,
So
just go buy a normal beer.
they are very explosive. Okay, so I'm gonna bring for layers the puffy.
And is that a dry bag?
Yes,
Okay.
because it's it could rain. I don't know what to wear yet. I have a windbreaker. And I have a down vest. I'm leaning towards the down vest. I have a hat. Probably won't need it, but just in case. And gloves. So at the first race, I put my raincoat in the pack saddle bag, and it rubbed holes in it. So now I learned you always put stuff in a bag and then put the bag in the bag. That way it protects it. So I gotta patch this in case it rains.
Ready for your donkey race?
No.
No?
Hi, bud. Hello. Hi, guys. Hello, bud.
Hi, buddy. Yeah.
A third of the entries for me.
How are you?
Good. And so we're trying to figure out how to navigate through the fact that the state is starting school earlier than
Oh, I think there he is. Hey, bud. Hi. How you doing? I forgot your carrots. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hi, buddy.
Once we tracked down her race donkey, then it was time to make sure all of his gear was in order, and then before anything was going to be put onto Einstein, we went and tracked down the race packet, which includes the number that goes on the side of the animal, as well as a bunch of other necessities for the race itself.
So why donkey racing?
Why not? I think is the better question.
Fair
It's a
enough.
heck of a lot cheaper than horse showing.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what do we do? But I did want to let you know that Marley's not here.
Okay, I kind of anticipated that. Yeah, I was just going to go ahead and start finishing it.
Okay.
Once the race packet has been obtained, now it's time to put all of this stuff onto the back of the donkey. Everything goes on there, it has a specific order and a specific purpose. After that, all the equipment is given a check by a veteran of the donkey racing sport, just to ensure that everything is comfortable on the animal, and there isn't going to be any problems for the animal or the racer.
So what's that?
This is the pannier bag
Oh.
that goes on either side. This one has the gold pan in it, which you're required to carry. And this one has a hoof pick, a shovel.
So
I
explain.
think the hoof pick counts as the pick.
Explain the reason why you have to carry a gold pan, a shovel, and a pick.
Because the sport is designed to commemorate how donkeys were used in the mining industry. And that's what they would have carried for gold mining.
Ready for a check?
Yes, please. And then, do you know what side the number goes on?
I think everything's gonna go on their right side.
Okay.
What's wrong with the hay on the ground?
There's competition for that hay. All right, bud.
He's like, I want that hay.
Do I hay is better?
That hay's better because I don't have it.
So this is way far up on his shoulder.
Okay.
So you want to feel his shoulder blade? It's way, come on back. There you go. There's the shoulder blade. This needs to be beyond that.
Behind it? Okay.
And that's it. Otherwise they'll get real tender
Okay.
and you'll wonder why they quit running.
Makes sense?
There you go. Drop that.
I'm too used to horses.
And we'll do something
I'll hold
better.
this if you want me.
Here, I have it. I don't want to stab you. Good boy, bud.
It's just got conditions. It's not as slippery.
Yeah, gets a little sticky.
Are you looking at me? Huh? Tie that up. We still want these back a little loose.
A little loose. Okay.
Enough so
So
what
it's
the back
touching
does,
but not
yeah,
tight.
so you want to be able to get your hand in here.
Okay.
So the back is to keep the saddle from going over their head.
Right.
Because they don't have withers like a horse.
Right. That makes
All right?
sense.
And so the breast collar is called a britchin. Okay, and this is also where you can hold on to while you're running.
Okay.
So let them pull you here,
Okay.
and they pull with their chest
Got it.
and not their nose. All right,
Makes
so-
sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
There we go.
it's not causing a problem.
Yeah,
Let me
we
go
don't
get
need that.
Let me get your strap for this.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, you bet.
Then we do one final gear check
That's
and
the
make
running
sure
belt.
that the racer has all of the stuff that he or she needs and everything's in order, everything's going to work well, and it's not going to bother them during the race.
Donkey. At least I have my phone.
Do people ever get separated or dragged?
Yes. Both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it happen last time.
What happened?
Dragged.
How far?
Not very far. She let go pretty quick. Well, you should always let go. Don't get dragged.
With everything all set to go for the race, now begins the walk from the staging area to the starting line. And this even included a pre-race poop, apparently. Donkey needs every advantage it can get, needs to be light, needs to be fast.
We are race ready now.
The race begins with a shot fired from a starting pistol, and then all the racers are off. I didn't get very much footage of the race itself because I really didn't feel like running, the 8 miles at 10,000 feet of elevation, but we're gonna catch some people coming across the finish line and then check in with the winner of the race.
Okay, I don't want to go anymore.
So you just won it, right?
Apparently, yes.
It was nose and nose with the other guy.
Yeah, it was the last 2 blocks were side by side, raging away.
Why donkey racing? Like, how did you get into donkey racing?
One of my first training partners when I moved to Colorado was George Zach, and well, they started referring to him as world champion, and that's how I found out about burro racing. Is he had won the world championship in fair play, and so through him I found out about the sport, and somewhere along the way I ended up owning a donkey and having a bunch of acres, and him living in the backyard and building loafing sheds and having a rusty old trailer to move him around in. And I was a competitive runner for years before that, so it was a good way to segue into retirement from running for myself and racing donkeys instead.
Yeah, I mean, it looks fun. It looks like everyone's having a good time. So.
Oh yeah, it's a fun sport, really
Yeah.
fun sport.
My wife's running right now, and she's like, "Can we get donkeys from the BLM?" I was like, "Okay, I guess." She's
Well,
like,
I see the Longmont. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
in Longmont and have some property, absolutely you can.
And I was like, "What are you gonna do with them?" She's like, "I'm gonna race them." I was like, "Sold."
So she's racing one of your donkeys now?
No, they're not good enough yet.
Oh,
They were pretty wild when we got them from the BLM. So
Yes,
they're
of
still.
course.
So she rented one. She rented Einstein from.
Oh, a Big E.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So she's running with Einstein, and she texted me a few minutes ago. She's like, "I'm at 4.4 miles." It's like, all right, I got some time. I'm gonna go see if I can get some more footage for the.
Well, so they're in with Bill Lee and the Wands. So the Wands put on training runs on the front range, so she can start showing up with her donkeys and seeing what she can do with them.
Yeah, we're still working on them. She's with them every day, so we're getting there. But they're not ready for this yet.
Well, taking them out with experienced donkeys will help.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
we got to give that a shot. But all right, well, I'll let you get back to it.
All right.
Thank you, much appreciated.
Sure.
Finally, around the 2-hour mark, our racer that we're following has actually crossed the finish line. Seems more of a drag across the finish line, but they finally made it. Her and Einstein crossed the finish line. Yes, this is also Mrs. Wandering Lens, which is how I got the access to this. But I very much hope that you enjoyed this look into a very odd sport of competitive donkey racing.
You want to see something funny? He loves these.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good boy. I almost got this out, but I think that's illegal. Nice. I saw the drone.
That wasn't me.
Oh, it wasn't? I was waving at it. I thought it was you.
No,
Someone got a lot of video of me waving at them. I thought it was you.
it was not me.
That is hilarious.
It should have been. I don't know. There's a lot to do.
Yeah, that's funny. Definitely thought it was you.